What is antifragility? What's that? So traditional resilience is actually a term that comes from engineering. So when engineers talk about something that is resilient, for example, certain material, what they mean is that if you have material and you put pressure, stress on it, if it's resilient, it goes back to where it was before. Or you have a ball, you drop it, if it's resilient, it bounces back up to where it was before. That's why we talk about resilient individuals as bouncing back. What's resilience 2.0? What's anti-fragility? You take a piece of material, you put pressure on it, stress. After you let go, as a result of the stress, it actually grows bigger, stronger, better. That's anti-fragility. Now, it turns out that there are anti-fragile systems within us and all around us. I want to give you a few examples that illustrate the existence of anti-fragile systems. I'll give you two examples. One physiological, one psychological. So let's begin with the physiological example. Muscles. Think about going to the gym. You go to the gym and you lift weights. What are you doing to your muscles when you lift weights? You're stressing them. What happens as a result of this stress? After a month, or 3 months, 6 months, you actually grow bigger, stronger, healthier. Now I want to give you another example, this time psychological. Post-traumatic growth. PTG is being anti-fragile, actually growing as a result of the stress, the pressure. Most people have heard of PTSD. Hardly anyone has heard of PTG. I ask the same question to my students. Most of them are psychology majors, like you. Many have heard of PTSD, hardly anyone has heard of PTG. We're twice as likely to be anti-fragile than we are to be fragile. Just knowing that there is the possibility of actually growing stronger as a result of difficulties, that makes it much more likely to happen. It doesn't guarantee it, but it makes it much more likely to happen. The problem is that most people don't know about it, and that's wasted potential. There are certain conditions that we can put in place, in fact, need to put in place, that significantly increase the likelihood of becoming anti-fragile, of post-traumatic growth. Now, most people don't know about the possibility of PTG, or anti-fragility, and most people certainly don't know what conditions to put in place, which means that the science of happiness matters a great deal. Because what the science of happiness teaches us as parents, as managers, as individuals, it teaches us about ideas like anti-fragility, like resilience 2.0, like post-traumatic growth, and it teaches us what conditions we can put in place that will significantly increase the likelihood that it will happen. Because while there is no way that we can avoid hardships, it's just part of life, there are some things that we can do to help us grow from these hardships. The first condition that I want to talk about for increasing the likelihood of post-traumatic growth is what I've come to call the permission to be human. There are only two kinds of people who do not experience painful emotions, such as sadness or anxiety or jealousy or frustration or fear. Two kinds of people who do not experience painful emotions. The first kind are the psychopaths. The second kind of people who don't experience painful emotions are dead, exactly. So if you experience painful emotions, it's actually a good sign. It means you're not a psychopath and you're alive. The problem in today's culture, though, is that most people, most of the time, do not give themselves the permission to be human. One reason is social media. On social media, everyone is doing great. Now, I don't want to be the only one who's not doing well, so I put similar posts on, contributing to the great deception that is largely responsible for the Great Depression, because there is a paradox at play. When you suppress painful emotions, these emotions only grow stronger. What you resist persists. And the paradox is that when I allow myself to experience these emotions as natural, whether it's my sadness or my envy or any other painful emotions, these emotions do not overstay their welcome. They leave just as they come.